Well, this man was born in inner city Dublin and is the youngest of 11 children. For a time, he ran his own bar and cabaret lounge until he was persuaded to try his hand at comedy. And since then, he's become a phenomenally successful actor, author, comedian and playwright. And even though he's a man, he's in fact more famous for playing a woman. Would you please put on your sunglasses and welcome Mr. Brendan O'Carroll. Down.
Well, I just thought if Peter Kay can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, geez, I was going to say, I don't know how you did that, then I realized that wasn't too difficult for anyone. A child could do that. Welcome.
Thank you.
Ah, come on, what's the story?
I wasn't going to get lost in the snow. I said, I'm taking no chances.
You're not going to get lost anywhere.
If the car breaks down, I will be found.
Show us your... Can we get the belt buckle in here, just to...
Yeah. And they're strategically placed.
Yes, of course, as only it can be. Back from Florida?
Yeah, back from Florida. I was freezing there.
I'd say it was tough over there,
It
was
it? Yeah, 28, 29 degrees
above.
above.
Come on. Don't gloat.
I know, it was
Don't
terrible.
gloat.
But I was watching the snow progress, streaming on RTE on the computer.
Yeah.
And I was watching it going, oh my God. Oh, geez, that's awful. Oh, I'm so upset I don't think I can go golfing tomorrow.
Ah, you're making us all sick. What is it like travelling now to America and all that with the security? Is it a pain or do you mind?
Pain.
Is it?
Yeah, well, we happened to be travelling just after the Christmas Day guy tried to blow his balls off.
Oh, yes, that's right. That must have been tough for you.
Try and think if you were a suicide bomber, honestly.
Come on.
Just with any dignity at all, where would you stick the bomb? Not blow your balls. You know, who did it? We don't know. It was a teen. We can't sex him. So yeah, it's got pretty. Of course, the Americans overreact to everything. You know, everybody was virtually strip search going onto the airplane, which was fun.
Yeah, interesting, I'd say.
It was a bit of fun, and the hand baggage was reduced. The Americans, I don't know if you've ever travelled in America, but they take about 10 handbags on with them.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, loads of bags. So it was reduced to one bag and a personal item.
Yes.
But it doesn't say what size a personal item can be. So there's my personal item with the suitcase. But it's got, listen, travelling in general has got worse. You know, the last time, I think it was on that old show you used to do, Tuberty thing?
Yes, Tuberty's nice, yes.
Yeah, before you got rid of Pat.
No.
Oh, we know you bad-mouthed him.
Ah, that's me. You know that's not
I'm
fair.
kidding. But I talked about it before, but I mean, it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
They're charging for bags now. In America, they're charging for bags about $28 to bring a bag on the airplane with you. And so you have to worry, you know, is she worth it? Oh, well, you know, I'm just saying. She's upstairs in the green room.
I know.
You know I don't mean you, Petal.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
you have to...
she's just left.
So, and now, you know, the safety announcements now, they talk on Ryanair, when they say the oxygen mask will come down, they say, and the oxygen will accept any major credit card.
There's a bit of that.
Yeah, but it's gone very stiff. But having said that, they did for 2 or 3 days, but then they calmed down, and it's got a lot easier, actually.
Have you lots of family that travel with you over there now and staying in Florida and all that sort of thing?
Well, I long time ago, when I got an advance on a book deal in America, it made sense to leave the money in America.
Yeah.
We used to go over twice, 3 times a year. I'm Disney mad. I get off the plane in Orlando and I become 5 years of age. I just love it. So Jenny and I decided, well, look, why don't we try and get a gaff there and have somewhere to go to?
Yeah.
So we did, and then the kids then, as they got jobs and started to get a few bob, they took out a mortgage and bought a house. So we have a few houses in a row.
So you're like the Kennedy compound in
It's kind of like the Kennedy compound, but it's great. It means that in the summer, especially when we get our long break, that I'm out there when we've got the grandchildren, you know, in the mornings, because one of my grandchildren's from Donegal, Jamie, and in the morning he used to get knocked at the door. Grandad, hey, hey. Open the door, hey. I don't want to come in, you have 3 minutes to get out. It's in the blood. It's in his blood. It's in his blood.
I want to talk about Mrs. Brown because the phenomenon of Mrs. Brown is, we're going to get into that in a second, but
Yeah.
I do want to go back to the beginning of that story, if you don't mind, as to where it came from. Was there somebody you saw? Were you observing some character? Or what?
I'd love to say that I'm really clever and that, you know, 19 years ago when I did this on RTÉ, I had a plan. I didn't have a plan at all. I remember the very first not Mrs. Brown joke I told, but the very first Elwyn joke I told was about an Elwyn in hospital in the Mater. And a friend of hers went in to see her, and she's lying in the bed, and the woman comes and goes, "How you doing? How you feeling?" "I'm grand. I think I'm doing well. They moved me closer to the door. So I think I'm either going home or dying." So she said, "Well, you look much better." I said, "Well, I feel better." And she propped her up in the bed, and she said, "So come here till I ask you, what did they do to you?" She said, "Don't talk about it." "No, what did he do to you?" She said, "Me shaved me." "What?" "Me shaved me." "Where?" "Down there." "Give us a look." "Sorry, we'll not. Give us a look." "Well, no, give us a feckin' look." So they pull the curtains around, and then all you hear is, "Oh, my Jesus. Do you know I tell you it suits you?" So that was... That was the first Mrs. Brown joke, and I said then after that, I said, "God, I must include a few more Elwyn jokes in it," because I remember one of the first jokes my ma told me was of a Dublin Elwyn who was a young fella that made his communion, and she had him down on the Hout Pier on the day of his communion. They had dinner in a hotel, and he was out running up and down the pier, and he fell into the water, and she was telling me as a typical Dublin story, and he's drowning, and she's like, "Oh, help, help, help," and this Dublin businessman was going by, briefcase, suit, the whole lot, and says, "Oh my God." Throws down the briefcase, dives in, gets the kid out, pumps his lungs, gives him artificial resuscitation, and the kid is much better. And the woman comes over and says, "Excuse me, are you him what saved my son?" He said, "Yes, madam, I am." "Where's his cap?" So all of those. Mrs. Brown.